Hunter's Full Moon Trilogy is the first book in the Eastern Faraway Adventures by Midnight Tower.
Hello, we're back. Hi everyone, I'm Dave. This is Band of Badgers. I've lost my plot already. If we ever had one, I have no idea. Yeah, I'm Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hi. There's Ian. I remember that one.
Me.
Yeah.
Hi Ian.
Hi, me.
Hi, Ian. Everyone say hi to Ian. There we go.
Hello, Ian.
Aw.
So welcome to Band of Badgers. This is our, what is this? This is our GM creator series. This is the creators. There's Tove and Eric over there, who are the creators of Midnight Tower. And not only have they kind of allowed us to play their game, but they are taking us on a tour. That's why it's called GM Creator Series. You see, it's all, the hint is all in the name. But anyway, that's enough waffling from me. Oh, I should say that some of the fantastic stuff that they do, here it is. There it is. Look, it looks amazing. So check out their website. I'll let Steve push some buttons. Check out their website, because otherwise it'd be redundant. So check out some websites and check out their bits and pieces, all available on their website, available to you right now. There it is at midnight-tower.com. Thank you very much. And now I don't have to do anything because I'm playing. I get to play. So I'm going to hand this over to Tove. All yours.
All right, thank you. And I'll just send it over to Flinny, who will read the introduction or the recap of what happened last time.
I certainly will. Previously on Hunter's Full Moon Adventures, our group has left the village of Buckbridge behind, and we are currently traveling through the wild. Our journey will take us past the monolith known as the Twins and through the vast forest of Longleaf Grove. We are heading to an abandoned tower called the Tower of Agathoth. It is said that many years ago, the tower was inhabited by a powerful mage, but that was a long time ago. According to the scholar Bjorn Amberclan, the key to Queen Freya Swiftsteel's legendary tomb has been hidden at the old watchtower. If this is true or not remains to be seen. Join us as the adventure continues.
Dun, dun.
That was good.
And very, very well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
I looked up and everyone's making notes. Oh, right. Yeah.
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 Everyone
There's a key. There's a key.
I did write that note.
See, this is why you do recaps. So people go like,
Yep.
what are we doing? I don't know. Let's kill stuff. So,
Do you-
which is fun, by the way. Nothing
All
wrong
think
with
that highly of me. I don't take notes. I was opening D&D Beyond and trying to find some dice. I make dice. And
I think you deserve inspiration for being honest.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh.
I think so.
Well, I have notes.
Thank God.
Ooh.
Finally someone. And I have notes, which is always a good thing.
The last
we-
note I wrote down was Lysandra is our travel mate. She is gone now. What a depressing way to finish the last session.
But I think we left off that you've left Buckbridge Village and you're traveling towards the monuments and you heard something.
Yes.
I think that was the cliffhanger from last time. You heard something. And what you hear is some sort of words traveling through the wind. And if you speak Dwarvish, you recognize these words. And if you don't, you have no idea what they mean. It is swear
I
words
speak
in
Dwarvish, yeah.
Dwarven. So you hear the voice going more and more irritated, and then it sort of explodes in this just Dwarven swear words. However they would sound, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, that's what you hear further ahead of you.
Kingsman,
But we
is that another wolf?
Have you ever heard a wolf swear?
Was it swearing? I don't speak wolf.
No, that was not a wolf, Bix. We need to get you out and about more often, out in nature, so you can see these things. That was, I think it was a dwarf. But we should even go and investigate. Someone's obviously upset about something. Come on. And I'll grab Vix by the scruff of his shoulder. Hey, come on, you can come with me this time.
Holds onto his rapier hilt and then, goes with him.
Yeah, you lead on, and you walk a little bit further, and you see it. So you're getting closer to Dead Man's Moor. So the ground here is a little bit boggy. So further away, you see a dwarf in sort of what used to be a rather nice brown sort of suit. It's not very nice anymore. It's definitely sort of muddy and disgusting. He's deep into sort of pretty much his waist in this sort of bog, and he's talking to a pony which is standing a little bit further away, and he's trying to get the pony to come over and help him, and the pony is just sort of like eating this sort of tussock of grass, just completely ignoring this rather red-faced angry dwarf. And then when he noticed you, he's like, "Well, hello there! Hurry up! Come and help me! You there!"
I'll walk over. I've got Vix with me as well. I'll let go of his shoulders just so we don't. It doesn't look like a prisoner. And I'll take off my backpack.
Can I quickly put my hand on Kingsman's shoulder and stop him from walking any closer?
Mm-hmm.
He's stuck in the bog. We need to be careful that doesn't help us happen to us. I'm all for helping him. I have some rope. Why don't we throw a rope and we can pull him across rather than getting any closer?
Is it the dwarf in the bog or the donkey?
It's a pony, and the pony is on dry grass. It's the dwarf that is in halfway into his waist in the bog.
That's fine. So I'll take off my backpack, my bow, and I'll hand everything to Vix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it, Kingsman.
And then I'll walk off towards the pony.
Yeah.
And I'll use animal handling to calm the pony down if it's scared or anything.
Yeah, right.
I'll get out my 50 foot of rope and put a loop in one end and throw the loop at the dwarf.
Yeah.
I will say catch in common. I don't speak Dwarvish, so whether he understands me or not, I don't know. Do you want me to make a roll?
He was speaking to you in common when you just heard him swear in Dwarven, so obviously he knows both language.
Okay.
So you can make you throw the rope, and there's no check for that. He managed to tie it around his just below his sort of arms. You can make a strength check to try to pull him up. It's a DC 12, and you get +2 because of the rope.
I can aid him if I can.
You can aid him, yeah.
So in total, I got 26.
Oh, that should be
okay.
I just stand up the slack rope.
Yeah, I just pushed him back. It's all right. You what?
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, Flynn is sort of like, what am I supposed to do with this? And then before you know it, you manage to not only just pull him up, he's sort of like he's just standing there, dripping of mud, and sort of like trying to clean it off a little bit. Like, well done, yes, thank you. He tries to wipe off his completely muddy hand on his trousers, and then he sort of suggests that he would shake hand with you before looking at his hand. It's like, well, never mind. My name is Dr. Ian von Boulderstock. I am a renowned archaeologist and proud member of the Department of Archaeology, Mining, and History at the Halls of Law in Winterhold. I am pleased to have made your acquaintances, although I wish the circumstances were different. And he's sort of staring angrily at the pony.
What kind of a name is Ian? It's weird.
It's my parents' shoes. It is a old, dwarven, traditional, kind of slightly old-fashioned and noble name, I might say.
Just looks at Kingsman holding the stuff like, do you want this back?
Yes. Just keep it safe for me, Vix. I'll just be stroking the
Yeah, you can
nose
you
of
can
the-
roll
of the
an
pony.
animal handling if you want to. It's not
Okay.
nervous, but it can become even more friendly to you if you want to.
I rolled. For some reason, I've just clicked on D&D Beyond, but I will roll normal for you. 17.
Yeah, no, it's
Which
sort
beats the
of
14 I rolled.
it seemed to be enjoying being stroked by you. So after a while, it sort of rests its head on your shoulder, going like, "This is nice. I can do this more often."
Has he got reins on?
Yeah, it has reins and a saddle.
Okay. I'll lead him back to us then.
Yeah, it's trotting very calmly and kindly next to you.
Then I'll take my backpack and stuff from Vix.
Yeah,
Vix.
you're welcome. So, I mean, and he turns to this dwarf. He's like, "Well, you're welcome. You're lucky we stopped by."
Yes.
Cara, do you, Ian, do you need healing? Cara here and I can heal. Are you injured at all?
No, I'm not. I'm not injured. Although, yes, I have been doing some serious research here. I've lost my assistants. They are obviously hopelessly lost at this time. If you see them, tell them that they are fired. I will not have anything to do with them anymore. And he goes on to explain that he's left Winterhold together with another researcher, another scholar, and he hired a group of assistants who sadly turned out to be perfectly useless. And he's now giving up the whole thing, and he's going to return to Winterhold. And he also asks, "So, what are you doing in this awful nature?"
I hear that. Kingsman, what are we doing here?
We are on our way to a destination. We are traveling this way in hopes that we may find what we are looking for.
Sounds incredibly vague.
I mean,
No,
yes,
no.
doesn't it? There's like
We're going to try and find Agathos Tower.
I guess
Let's
that's a
look
tower.
over
How
to-
on earth do you know anything
Look
about
over to
that?
Killian, like,
That's a quaint. He looks you up and down. Do you look like a scholar at all?
I know which way north is.
Yeah. He's sort of like, I didn't really peg you for a scholar, but well, there you see. The Tower of
Can be
Agathos.
deceiving.
Did you know that it was used by the Iron Shield clan? They used flags to communicate with other towers. And then he sort of starts this rather long monologue about the Iron Shield clan and how they invaded Eastern Faraway and eventually got defeated by Drows at Winterhold. He's like, well, it's a very dangerous place. I started my research expedition there to begin with. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd be very careful if I go there, if I were you.
is that the
Why?
kind of 10 minutes later kind of thing?
That is definitely 10 minutes later.
Yeah, like, I'm just with the horse.
Yeah, no, the horse is definitely sort of like, I like you much more than this other one.
Can we back up to where you said it's unadvisable to go
About
there?
the flags. No, the flags are really
no,
just
not that far. We just back up a little to where you
the
mentioned
Iron
that
Shield clan and Queen Freya, leader of. No?
I'm
Well,
really
it's
bad at
Queen
this.
Freya's. We're looking for her tune.
Yeah, so does everyone else. You'll never find it. It's only the most experienced researchers and scholars who will find that. If it, although I have decided that it's a fool's quest, and I shall return to Winterhold.
You couldn't
We
find
are
it.
acting on behalf of a world-renowned scholar, a Bjorn Amber clan, no less.
You see his face, sort of like he tries to cover it up, and he really has it.
Uh-oh.
Renowned? Oh, well, his methods are a little bit, shall we call them questionable? I wouldn't say that he's renowned, although we have,
Questionable
in
in
fact,
what way?
collaborated in the past.
What do you mean by his methods are questionable?
Well, you see, I prefer the type of where you are very, very careful. You choose the best types of methods and you investigate things. Preferably have a lot of assistants who can do all the boring, I mean, the simple work for you. And you need to read plenty of books. And he has this idea about field work and sitting about in a tavern and listen to people as if peasants would know anything of value. I prefer a more academical approach myself. And then he tries to brush off this mud that is just covering him. It kind of spoils the finale of his words. But
Well, I'm sure we are going to be careful in our search, and well, we are competent because I know which way is north.
yes, and you pulled me up from this awful bog, so I've absolutely no complaints whatsoever. Allow me to.
I think you've missed my point, Dr. Ian. You said you wanted to make your way back to Winterhold. You was going to give up your expedition and make your way back to Winterhold.
Well,
can I ask, do you know which way is north?
It's a general of direction of. Huh. That way. He points actually spot on, to your surprise. And to
very good, Doctor. Yes. Okay. So I feel we may have maybe underestimated each other.
Yes, and I should gladly pay you for your service. He sort of takes up a little leather pouch and give you 1 gold. Thank you for your service.
Please.
Whoa. No. No.
The dwarf sort of, no?
No to him, yes to you. Gold.
I'm gonna whisper to the horse. Just watch this.
I mean, we'll take the gold. That's not a problem. I mean, not all of it, but if you're going to offer it, like, we've been doing work for gold, and this man, and he points to the French accent elf and says, has been trying to do it for free. Now, you've been talking about stories as if they don't have meaning, but I know personally that a story comes from some kind of truth. People embellish them, they live by them. In Kingsman, and he kind of like drapes an arm around Kingsman in this like really overly friendly way. We need to talk about the vagueness of your conversation earlier, because live a little, embellish it a bit more, add a little bit of zazz to the story. However, I will take that gold if it's still on offer.
He looks very confused. He's like, well, I guess it's a collective group. He looks at you, Killian. Is it okay if I give the gold to your scaly friend?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he looks after all the gold.
Yeah.
That's right.
and then he adds, like, well, if anyone happens to have any rations, food rations, that would of course be incredibly appreciated. It seems like my useless assistants who got lost in the middle of the night took them with them.
Again, maybe a little bit of advice. What did you hire your assistants for, by any chance?
Well, you see, after I split ways with Bjorn Aberclan, I decided to get my own assistants and have someone to help me. So I hired these 3 able men that I found at the inn, and they said they were quite good at. They had shovels, and they said that they were experienced. And yeah, no, the 3 of them. They had a donkey as well, and we traveled together. And then in the middle of the night, you will not believe this, they managed to get lost. It was only with my wit and my knowledge that I managed to find my way back.
Dr. Boulderstock, a quick question. When you say got lost, were you walking when they got lost, or did they vanish in the middle of the night?
They vanished in the middle of the night.
Surely not.
How can you fail?
I mean, how could you anticipate that from strangers with shovels? It's dreadful.
I know. It's like, how do you find good assistants to this day and age? I have no idea.
I will offer some further advice before we finally part ways. It is many days' journey to Winterhold, and we won't have enough rations to provide you with sustenance all of that way. So I will give you something greater indeed and of much more value. I'm sure you'll appreciate this. Knowledge, Dr. Ian, I will give you. and I will take him over to the edge of the bog, and I'll point out a few roots and grasses and berries on the trees that are safe for him to eat.
Okay.
So if you want me to make a survival check, I will do that.
Yeah, sure.
That's a whole 8. So if he's not dead from poison on the road by the time he gets to Winterhold, I'll take that.
He's
as a-
waiting for you to pick them for him. He's like, and now
I'll
what?
pull a few off and I'll
Yeah.
squash them in his hand. And
Alright. Okay.
basically, I'm going to make a kid's mud pie in his hand.
Yeah, he's sort of like, yeah, no, this is why maybe I should leave the field work. I really need good assistants who can cook and fix the tent and stuff.
Vix,
Of
who
course,
was
if you have money, there are many, many, many good inns along the road as well. I can.
now.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping. I guess maybe I can give this to the horse and then I can eat the horse food in
You
the
can
worst case
always
scenario.
sit on it.
She gets it.
Sit on it on this.
Yes,
He looks at you, Killian.
Victorious says that if you
Victorious.
sit on it, more money will come.
That's very true. However,
if he sits on it, turns into cash.
Yeah.
Why?
Vix is actually holding jerky. I was chewing on it earlier, and he's like, "Now, I've got some rations," and he just like squashes them into the mud in this guy's hand, and it's just like strips of like biltong or like jerky that he's had from like the. He's like, might be a little bit hearty for you, but
All right.
wrong. Winks.
Why? Thank you for this incredibly delightful, generous experience. Yes, I will treasure this. Anyway, he's going to his horse and trying to. No, stop that! You shouldn't fraternize with strangers. You see, he's pulling it a little bit too hard, and the horse is sort of like turning their ears back and showing the teeth. But after a little bit of struggle, he climbed up on the pony with this little weird mud pie where he's trying to pick out the eatable part of them, and bid you good luck and farewell, and hope that you won't die of the atrocious monsters and other wilderness that you will most likely encounter over here.
You know who the fuck we are? We're fuckers. Good enough. Fuck you, fuck.
So yeah, that's what you do, and he rides off with his very calm and quiet pony, and sort of trying to eat whatever he has in his hand. You have a feeling he's going to go hungry a couple of days before he reaches Backbridge.
Vix just looks at Kingsman and Killian is like, that guy knows nothing about the wild.
Indeed.
Amateur.
There's a lesson there, Vix. A lesson.
I know, right? He's going to die.
All right. So you continue your journey forward, and let's see when you reach the twins. You reach the twins eventually. It's not too far. Yeah, when it's getting towards the late afternoon, early evening, you reach the twins. And the twins is a sort of like ancient, it's a pair of monoliths. They are 20 feet high. One of them is broken, so it's only 10 feet high, and then the other one is sort of broken into smaller pieces. It's up on a little hill, and it's sort of these ancient woven cairns built with neatly stacked rocks. It's foggy, and anyone who can cast magic, when you just sort of get closer, it feels like you're walking through as if someone poured water on you. That type of like, what? Something is very different here. And you feel that your magic is sort of surging. It's flowing in a way where all of a sudden it's nearly not there, and then it's almost too much. So it's a very different place. You never really experienced anything like this. And it is, it's, as I said, it's quite foggy on this little specific hill.
The canes you mentioned, what do they look like?
They are stacked old stones, sort of like, and then they are maybe 3 feet high in different heights.
So just mounds of stone.
Yeah, but they're neatly stacked, sort of like on top of each other. So you see these these specific, you recognize them as dwarven types of burials, and then you have more other types of graves that are more sort of common in the area, which is more like a flat one, and then maybe a stone or something placed on top. But you can roll perception or survival if you want to look for something specific.
So I'm wearing the Medallion of the Iron Shield clan, which grants
Yes.
me an ability called I Learned from the Past, which gives me a +2 bonus to history checks. Does that knowledge that I've got from the medallion give me any information about? Because obviously these stones stacked on top of each other are deliberate. So can I glean anything from seeing them? Any particular markings on them that I might know about now that I'm wearing this medallion?
You know that these type of if there's a big battle, you might not always have the possibility to bury everyone, but they tend to sort of either you had mass burials, but people who are more of higher rank, they always got a burial if you could find them. So they were buried at specific places like this one, which is probably, it's seen maybe because of this old stone monoliths, which are significantly older than anything else here. But areas like that tend to be very specific or special. So they probably saw this place as different, and they buried people here. The other way was that they usually had burials underground. So very high level ranking generals or royals, they were put into these tombs, which were often underground and hidden. So that's what you remember as a whisper when you think about it.
Thank you. I will relay that fact to everybody. So it's a tomb or a mass grave. This hill.
And it's foggy, and it's nightfall, and we are in the middle of nowhere.
It is a perfect place to rest.
What? No.
No one is going to disturb us here.
Vix will fine. He always like takes a knee in his hands, like these earthen hands, like rub across the ground. He's like, Cora, do you feel that?
I do. I feel an intense magic. Super intense.
Yeah.
Unless it's the fallen that are giving the magic into the ground.
Vix will like shimmer, like the tips of those scales just like brighten for a second, and he'll cast Detect Magic. And within 30 feet of him, like you watch as like the dust just rises off him for a second, almost like small little like dust plumes out of like all of the cracks and stuff, and then his eyes just glow like this mossy green.
You really need a shower, don't you? Or bath. Quite dusty.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you cast this spell, you feel like first there's almost like you can't cast it. It's not really working, and then when you manage to arrange the somatic movements, it's almost too much. Everything is glowing, and especially Killian's medallion is just like someone put like a flashlight in your face in the middle of the night. It's like that. So and then it fades away. So it's very erratic.
You all right?
Yeah, I tried to see the magic around here, and it just amplified everything.
Killian, let me see. Can I cast Divine Sense
You can try. But nothing is happening. It's the same experience first when you try to cast it. It's like you're not really getting that. You can't draw the arcane magic. It's too wild. You can't hold it, so it fizzles off, and you don't manage to cast the spell.
I don't think we're going to be able to use our magic here.
No, it's almost like the flow of magic is ebbing and undulating. It's hard to narrow down. If we get into a spot of bother here tonight, we're going to struggle to heal anybody.
Kingsman, can we please not strike camp on a mass grave where magic doesn't work? Please.
We can camp over there.
You mean on the slope of the mass grave? Fine. No, I'm just asking.
We can stay within range of these monoliths if you wish, or if we have to camp, we have to camp. It's either here or somewhere else.
Oh well, then it's fine. I'll stay close to you.
What did you roll in perception or survival, Eric?
14 in perception.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're looking around, you see that the fog is sort of swirling around. You do notice several footsteps, and something that looks like tracks from a pony but smaller, and also that a couple of these canes have been dug up recently.
Okay, that's sort of
they have been disturbed.
Appealing to my curiosity. So I sort of dwindle off in my complaints, and I go, "Oh, that's interesting." And I wonder, first of all, when you say I noticed that the fog is swirling around, is it swirling around in an unnatural fashion, or is it just generally swirly?
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say. Okay, so I sort of tiptoe as if I were walking on unsteady ground down towards. Did you say one of the canes, or more than one was dug up?
Yes.
All right, I walk over to it because it's basically like an open door, so I just have to have a look.
Okay, you walk over to the open grave.
Yeah, and I sort of gingerly look over the edge.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, nothing looks back at you.
Okay.
Except the abyss. No.
Oh, right. Kingsman, there's an this encouraging hole in the ground right here, just so you know.
I mean,
Really,
there's...
don't step in it.
Nope.
Just stay away. Is it empty?
It looks empty from if you go over there and have a look. Yeah, it's been disturbed. There's pieces next to it with dirt and what appear to be a very old, broken sort of coffin.
Oh,
Well, it looks like they.
Yeah, I tiptoe back to the rest of the group. It's like, well, nothing to see. Nothing that I could see, at least.
So, Kingsman, what are we doing? Are we camping here or moving on?
Flinny is
Nervous.
What? No.
So
No. It's just this dramatic absence of buildings and people that is getting on my nerves.
You're just not used to the wilderness. Neither you or Vix. That's why you always need to hold someone's hand. Like Kingsman.
I'm not
Daddy.
holding your hand, Flinny.
No, I get that. Yeah, no, I feel the same. I can relate.
You just stepped closer, Flinny. Away. Look, we'll head. We still know which direction we're heading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's continue for another 10 minutes.
Yes.
But we need to strike camp before we lose light completely.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're continuing towards the northeast, and when you've left the Twins, because it's on a sort of hill, the area becomes a little bit more, not boggy, but a little bit like that, and you can see Longleaf Grove further away across this sort of open area. And for those who are spellcasters, you do feel the same thing where you sort of you pass this like an invisible barrier, and it feels like someone is tipping a cold water over you. So you have the same sort of, but then as you continue, you feel how the world and the magic that you're always a little bit aware of is sort of starting to act more normal or the way it usually is. So it is a little bit of a relief to get away from that strange place where it was just surging or disappearing over and over, like waves coming in.
The footprints that Flynn found.
Yeah.
As we're moving away from this area to try and strike camp, can I just keep an eye on the ground and see if I can pick up them moving in the same direction as us?
Yeah, sure. You can roll a survival. It's a couple of
17.
days. 17. You see a couple of footprints every now and then, but it's not enough so you can track them. And after a while, you're like, I saw it 10 minutes ago, but now I haven't seen it for a while. It appears to be humanoid footprints and hoof prints from a donkey.
So it was more that I just wanted to see if they were in the same area as us. And when Kingsman's sort of out on his own, I'm just going to go up to him and say, look, Flynn probably thinks that some barrow weird or undead has crawled out of that grave and is now wandering around hunting for us. This is clearly the work of 3 disgruntled ex-scholarly assistants and their donkey. They fit the description of 3 men and a shovel. We just probably need to make sure we put a few guards up tonight, and I would suggest that me and you take the bulk of that work rather than relying on Vix and Flynn. We'll give them some make busy work to make them feel needed, but we just need to be alert.
I agree.
After a while, you find this little nice area, which is a little bit drier. It's a patch of land with a fallen log, which could be a quite suitable place to strike camp for the night.
Right.
Perfect.
Seems peaceful enough.
There doesn't appear to be any undead wandering around in this location.
What undead?
Not what you've noticed right here, no.
Magic seems fine again. I mean, I don't know about you, Cara, but I feel...
Oh yes, I feel more relaxed.
Yeah.
More at ease.
Kingsman, I'll take first watch.
I can join you. I can join you.
Yeah.
And you
guys get a whole night's sleep.
sit this one out. I'll wake you in the morning.
You can wake me earlier, and we can carry on our conversation, and I'll tell you a bit more about where I'm from.
Indeed.
Thank you.
So who's keeping watch and in which order?
I'll take first watch.
Yeah.
I'll take the second half.
Yeah.
Well, I can take the early morning.
Yeah.
I'll take whenever somebody wakes me up to take watch.
Yeah, same here. And I go to sleep in my ruined bedroll, which I cut in half in the last session.
Oh yeah. It's not the most comfortable night, but it is cold and clear. And during the night, nothing specific happens until it's your time to keep watch, Diana, where you see this very majestic white elk is walking past. Sort of looks at you. Doesn't appear to be to be afraid or anything. Just looks at you, stops for a short while, and then continues. And you have a feeling it's some sort of omen, a good omen.
Okay.
While we're taking that long rest, I would like to attune. Please,
Yes.
I believe I have to do that for the medallion. So I'm going to attune to Medallion of the Iron Shield Clan.
Yep, that sounds good.
Thank you.
And you continue. Continue forward, and after the following day, so you get up in the morning, get something to eat, and continue forward. The weather is actually really nice. It's clearing up, sun is shining. It's quite not hot, but definitely balmy. It's a balmy autumn day. And when you, towards the afternoon, you reach Long Leaf Grove Forest. And I'll let everyone do a nature check when you step into the thick forest.
Natural 20. Why?
Yeah, you're not going to need that later when you fight. I'm happy you wasted that now.
21.
21.
I have the complete opposite of you. Natural 1.
Oh,
16, baby.
I'm in my own thoughts about this white elk.
Yeah,
That's a 2 for me.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I got 19.
19. All right. So
Kara's just staring straight into the forest.
yeah, you're like, it's a forest. It's nice, but that strange elk that you saw yesterday, this morning. So the other ones, you notice that the nature here is a little bit. Well, Vix, you're like, it's nature. Who cares? But you have been out in nature a little bit more. You notice it's a little bit different here. You see that there's some colorful orchids that you've never seen before, like really, really different in very spectacular colors, and it looks a little bit like tiny shoes in a way, like some sort of slipper or lady shoe. You see a kaleidoscope of butterflies that sort of flutters around in the sunlight, but they are changing colors every now and then, sort of like just slowly going from green to blue to purple to red to orange, yellow, and back to green. And Eric, you are quite sure that you saw a brown rabbit with long brown ears, sort of at the corner of your eye. It was just skipping past, but you're sure that it was wearing a baby blue knitted jumper. You are so sure.
I just stop.
Peter
I just
Rabbit.
stop and look into the forest.
Are you admiring it as well?
And I sort of catch myself and then oh, never mind. No, it's all good. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Right. As you were.
And I think almost inspired by like this beautiful like orchid and this like amazing flowers and these amazing colors, and something that Vix is very, very appreciative of. And he like takes the lute out for a moment and he just like finds the right note and just finds the right chord, and then he just like takes a moment to like memorize how these flowers look. And then you can almost see a writing process, and you hear like a low grumble of like a which again is a language, but I don't know what people speak. But yeah, and then like it takes about a minute, and then he puts it back, and then he just smiles, and he's just like, this is beauty.
Nice.
Very, very nice. So yeah, you continue forward, and I've forgotten to write up your passive perceptions. But we can just roll instead. So if everyone can give me a perception check.
An unnatural 20.
You're
14.
Vix has continued this campaign now.
all right.
22. Probably because I'm just so paranoid after seeing that rabbit that I'm just looking everywhere.
So who had the highest then? Or was it more than
Flinny.
one?
Oh,
Yeah.
22 was us.
Yeah, but weirdly. But here we are.
You see something glittering further ahead on the ground, like golden glittering further ahead.
Okay. I just wonder if I can trust my own senses, but I go, whoa, there's something on the ground up there. Now, I should add that just a few minutes ago, I saw a rabbit wearing a jumper, so I might be wrong, but something's up there. Maybe. Like on the ground, glittering. Can you see it? It's right there between the mushroom and the pine tree.
Look, I know you're not used to being out in the wilderness, and you might be seeing things like this rabbit in trousers.
Yes, thank you for believing me.
No, I don't believe you.
Uh-oh.
I think you need to calm yourself down a bit.
It's very hard when you see these things. But anyway.
Why don't you pretend this small tops of trees and this natural corridor is in fact inside a dungeon, and that on the floor over there is some kind of fiendish pit trap? You know, why don't you crawl over there like you would do normally and check to see if it's a real trap? It'll make you feel more comfortable in your own environment. And then maybe you'll stop hallucinating rabbits in cardigans.
Because now I'm feeling even more nervous, but I'm happy to check if it... I'm just going to stop talking. I walk up to this glitter on the ground to see what it is. I just studied up close.
Anyone else doing that?
If Killian's advised not to.
Yeah. Normally, if this was a dungeon corridor, you know, Finney may be searching for traps, but he certainly wouldn't be doing it without the barbarian less than 10 feet away. So I will go with him.
Yeah. Okay. For those who are walking and have a look at this golden glittering pattern, you can make a DC 16 Wisdom save.
Because I'm really good at that. Yes.
No.
4.
Fine.
It is as you get closer. You are the rest of you. You just see these two sort of walking ahead. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go and check that. It is this sort of like golden path that is sort of it's swirling a little bit, but it looks like someone has sort of like spread golden sand on the ground. It's the most magnificent path you have ever seen, and you just have to follow it. It's probably going to lead to a huge treasure or something amazing is definitely going to go here. So you are dead certain that you wanted to follow that.
Can the three of us at the back see them like just change their persona and like change like can we like make an insight check to see if they're like charmed or something, or like an arcana check?
From what you see, they just go like, oh look, mushrooms or something like that. They seem, honestly, you don't need to make a check. They seem to be very excited about something that they're pointing on the ground, and then they start following it along through the woods.
Wait for us.
You ever seen Killian get excited?
He's like, oh, it's over here, over there, sort of definitely trotting on, half jogging, really.
Oh yeah.
For as long as we've known him, no.
That's odd, right?
But this whole, I mean, look around. Have you ever? Well, not you. Probably not Kara. But I've never seen anything like this.
Say that.
I've only been traveling the world forever.
This has to be magical in nature, or it's blessed.
I never told you this morning while we were training, but sometimes areas of the world can be so drastically different from the surroundings. And have you ever seen a river so clear, so crystal that you would imagine you could walk to the bottom of it or breathe in it?
No.
This forest reminds me of something back home, and It just seems extra, a bit more than what it should be. And
do you know anything that may be creating that extra? Is it land? Is it ley lines? Is it something else affecting it? Is it weather patterns?
I genuinely couldn't tell you. I will admit to you that as smart as I seem, I've not seen something like this before. It reminds me of home with the extra and the exuberance of its own kind, I guess. But no, I haven't seen anything foresty like this before.
I just love how you're having this sort of wistful conversation, and Killian and I are just legging it through the forest.
I mean, we should probably follow them.
I'm not far behind. I'm walking.
Yeah, we're
Are
walking.
you going to split the party?
No, I'm.
Or are you going to go up
in front.
to the same area where they are sort of heading off, shouting to each other?
We'll take a slow walk. I'm not particularly worried.
Nope.
So it'd be me and Vix at the back.
Yeah.
Cara would be somewhere in the middle, and then the other two would be way off up front. But I'm not feeling worried. So we'll take that slow walk, and me and Vix can have a chat on the way about everything that he's trying to explain.
Yes, but you are following
We're
Pliny
following.
and Killian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Then
just
you
taking
will
everything
see-
in, everything that's different, the flowers, anything that looks kind of out of place, maybe.
You can make another perception check if you like.
Okay. 18, 20, that's 21.
Okay, nice. You do see this, like, nature here is definitely different. It's a little bit more colorful. You see this sort of birds flying around that you've never seen them before. They are just a little bit too fluffy, and then at the corner of you swear it's a brown rabbit with long ears, and it's wearing like a blue little jumper. You just sort of like, you just saw it for half a second. And you're
I say, Vix, did it? No, don't worry. And we'll just keep on walking.
You reach the golden path, and you can also make a DC 16 wisdom save.
Okay. At this point, seeing gold, do I instantly know that this isn't real gold, or am I making the save as well?
You're making the save.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll make the save
I got
too.
5.
And I get to make that with advantage, right?
Hmm?
And I get to make that with advantage just because, right?
No.
Yeah.
Kara, how did you go?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Well done.
And Vix, dare I ask?
16.
Okay, you just made it then. Kingsman, yeah. Killian is absolutely right to follow this absolutely amazing track. It's definitely going to lead to something awesome. What, you're not entirely sure, but you start half jogging after Pliny and Killian. You are the sort of like, okay, this is spectacular and different, but it's not that amazing like the rest of the group are just sort of half dashing towards the horizon. But it is sort of like you can still feel the pull, like, ooh, it's probably leading somewhere nice. Maybe a treasure, could be a treasure, something, people don't sprinkle magical gold swirl stuff around unless something good is gonna happen, right?
And like he will like pick up a little bit and like rub it in his fingers, and it's like, is it actual gold dust or is it?
When you touch it, like, oh my god, it is gold. Oh yes, this is the stuff. But then it fades off. It doesn't really. It disappears. It's like evaporating after a while, and then it falls down like glitter, and it's just going back into this glittering path.
Fucking morons. And I just start following them.
All right.
I love the fact that Vix is going to save us.
Not wearing armor, Vix.
So some of you are have this sort of compulsion to follow the tracks. You're going to do that. The rest of you who managed to successfully make the save, are you going to follow the rest of the group? Or are you going to split up?
No, I'll follow.
Yeah.
I'll follow, but I don't see what the hype's about.
Yeah, same. This isn't even real gold. Maybe it's because they can't cast magic.
You follow them, and the others arrive a little bit before. So the group it's not split up, but you can see how the others are reaching this sort of like a larger clearing. It's a natural glade, so it hasn't been any trees hasn't been chopped down or anything. It's just like one of these natural glades with a very massive white oak tree, and a little brook is sort of babbling along across this little glade. And the three of you who are sort of ahead, you see this person who's standing next to the tree before the others. It is a woman. She's definitely not human. She looks kind of elfish, but she's not. And instead of hair, she has leaves. And she has the same sort of like golden colors as an autumn leaf. And she says, "Greeting, heroes. The finest wardens in the summer court are delighted by your presence. Thank you for heeding the call." And she presents herself as Avin Fernwillow. Here we are. Here she is.
Cool.
I love that.
What she looks like. Yeah, it's nice. She presents herself and thank you for coming. And she adds that she is the warden of the forest, and they desperately need your help. Monsters have been destroying the forest, killing animals and nature alike. And she asks if you could help them. And there's another DC 16 charm, except if you already failed that, you automatically fail at this.
Oh, right.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, as all of
Yeah,
us.
you are there as well. You're just catching up when, so they're not really that far ahead. You do see this person. It's just they saw her a little bit earlier, but you hear her talking. She has this clear voice where she's like, "Greetings, heroes." It's not echoing. It's just like if you're really good at theater, you know how to get your voice to sort of carry, and she has that ability.
Did you say we all make a wisdom save?
Yeah, the wisdom DC 16.
12.
16.
Oh, okay. Now everyone except Kara is sort of like, yes, we must help her. This forest can't be destroyed. And Kara, you kind of feel the same thing, but not like these lunatics, because they are definitely very convinced that it has to happen right now. So,
Kara's thinking maybe they're just hungry men for another woman. She's so used to her tribe.
This whole journey.
This is your neck of the woods, you're saying?
Yes. We live here near the wrote it up. White Lady's Lake.
White Lady's Lake.
And we protect the forest, but awful monsters has come and they've burnt even part of the forest. It cannot go unpunished. You have to stop them.
This forest.
You have my bow. Get off my shoulder. Spin it round.
One does not simply kill a monster, but this forest is not like others. This is from partly something influenced by somewhere else, right?
It has been blessed by the Summer Court and the Sealy Court. We are fey creatures. The border here is very thin. She explains.
Obviously, being where I'm from and knowing a little bit about that, would I know what the Fae is?
Maybe. You
Would you
are
like me to
a
roll?
bard, so you probably read about it. I don't think you've ever met one before, but you have
No.
read about them, and obviously heard quite a lot sort of songs mentioning it. Some of them are definitely quite odd. None of them mention rabbits and cardigans, but tree women, yes, that is familiar. You're like, I think it's called, what was it? A Nijad? Something like that. A word like that.
We will help you no matter what.
No, wait. I know you all.
No. No, it's all good. My lady, I don't know who you are or what you are, but I am very ready to help you. Where are the monsters? Just point. Any direction.
No, everyone needs to calm down and let their thoughts go back into their head a second. Just
that direction?
No.
Yes. It is that direction. She points the direction and explains that they have a lair deeper down into the forest where they're destroying, burning, killing.
Now, why isn't your tribe working on destroying these monsters?
We have. That is why we need extra help. I've already lost several members. Several wardens have met their destiny. That is why we're asking for extra help. If we could face this threat alone, we would, for most certainly. But we need extra help. They are too dangerous.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes.
Especially since everyone else is so mesmerized and I'm not.
Yeah.
Draws the rapiers.
Uh-oh. Not a good sign.
I rolled a 1.
No, not
She's
again.
telling the truth. It's you are so sure of it. You know she's telling the truth.
All right, yes, we must help you save your tribe. Let us go. Move forward. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
I knew you'd see the truth eventually, Kara.
Puts his hand on your shoulder. We got this. Sorry, says valiant. I'll let you finish the rest of it. I haven't worked that out yet. Onward.
Yes, but where?
She does warn you that the creatures are most capable and very dangerous. So do take the most utter care on your journey.
What kind of wolves are they?
They are a monstrosity. A half, not human, not fae, some sort of abomination. A creature which isn't.
Dwarvish.
Oh, she shudders. Like I can't speak of it. But you will see for yourself, and you will know in your heart that they have to be destroyed.
Evil. Is there a reward of some sort, or is there advice or anything you can give us?
I'm more than happy to offer a reward if you give, but if you can rid the forest of this mighty threat.
And how many?
I don't know. We've lost one patrol, and I think that there is. I sent another one, but maybe she has already finished the job for you. That would be extraordinary, but she has not returned. So I am afraid that something could have happened to her. A druid passed the forest and agreed to help us, but she has not returned. If she managed to slay any of the foul monsters or not, I do not know.
What's the name of this druid?
She did not give me her name. She looked more than capable of both magic and stuff.
Well, if we find her, we'll bring her back as well.
Please do.
And what is your name, my lady?
My name is Avin Fernwillow of the Summer Court.
Haven Fernwillow of the Summer Court. I am Victorious, the Bright Scale, and there's a sweeping bow for Drowden.
I am very pleased to have made your acquaintance.
We will slay these beasts for you, for we are heroes, saviors of some town back there.
Yes, but hurry, hurry. And that's it. She sort of chews you off a little bit, like, it's over there. You must hurry before they destroy more of the forest.
Finally, I run in the direction she indicated.
Oh no!
I just get my daggers out, or swords even, and just storm off into the forest.
Okay, Flinny just left, and I like to point out that I had nothing to do with it as a DM, and just, if you guys know, it wasn't him.
Cheers.
I'll
You storm off.
Fighting back. Don't forget to check for traps.
Don't, please. I guess we follow.
We'll all head in that direction.
Yes.
Yeah, you all head in that direction, and Flinny, is it correct that you're running first?
Yes.
Yes.
I sort of be, you know, like a border collie, just waiting for her to point the way. And like, yes, go.
Yeah, when you finally throw, like,
Yeah.
disappears. As you run along the in the general direction of where you're going, you can make a perception check with disadvantage if you like.
I'm sorry. What check?
It's just Flinny that's gonna make it.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a 19 and a 1.
Okay, so that is the one. You see Flinny sort of like, hup, 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 come on, calling over, and as you're turning around to sort of tell these slowpokes to hurry up, you just, like Frodo, get stuck in this web, and you're just
web.
hanging there,
Oh, for goodness
sort of like.
sake. Guys?
Oh, goodness.
Right.
Yeah, you drop your weapons and you're sort of like just hanging there.
Boom, clang, clang.
I'll trot on until I see Flinny, and then start. If I can, I'll start pull a dagger, start cutting him out.
Yeah.
I found the web.
You can, yeah, you can make a strength check or just cut him loose if you like.
I just cut him.
Yeah. It takes you a couple of rounds, and then you have freed him from this very sticky web. And it's definitely not just normal spider web. It's too thick for that. Definitely the thickest one it's not like a rope. It's not that part, but it's definitely thicker than any spider web you have ever seen.
Flinny, we should keep your eyes peeled. Don't run into danger. I know we're here to help these people, but safety first. There could be giant spiders here.
Giants? I mean, you mean really big spiders?
Yes.
We talking like
There was a really big web that you look like a fly.
Yeah, but spiders, just stomp on them and they're gone.
yeah.
I've seen
Yeah,
spiders.
not these ones. Just be careful.
Okay.
Kingsman, you can make a perception check since you're freeing Flinny as well.
6, so that's 10.
10. Okay, yeah. No, it's like a web, and it's continuing a little bit, but yeah, you're busy cutting Flinny.
It's kind of stuck
down.
between two trees, is what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
How dense is the rest of the forest? Can we see more webs around here? Or?
You can make a perception check. Now, when you're not running, you don't need to add disadvantage.
Oh my god. Natural 2 for a total of 5, I believe.
When we get closer, can we make a perception check as well?
Yeah, you can see Flinny like, more.
Yeah.
I can see the sky.
Let's see.
18.
23.
Thank you.
22.
Okay. Well, the rest of the group, you're like, yeah, it is just like Kingsman said, it's sort of like between two trees. But you also notice that in one of them, now obviously it's a little bit wrecked because someone got entangled and someone cut them out, but you see that some of the lines continue and it's continued deep into the forest. You also see a couple of others of these clearly sort of like traps, but then they're also kind of connected with each other.
I think we found where to go.
We did?
I don't see anything.
There's some webs and they lead from these webs to other places, and Steve knows what it is. Can I make a nature check so that Killian knows?
You can make a nature check, yeah, and see if and thank you for not metagaming.
That's 9. That's a 9.
Yeah, you're like,
That could be significant. Look, those strands go off into the
yeah, it
forest.
could be.
I have no idea what they do, but it could be significant.
Twang, twang, twang.
Can we all make it?
For those who are nature inclined and think that there is something interesting with it, you can make a nature check. The others.
Oh
no.
17 plus
16.
19.
Well done.
1.
Oh no!
What are you?
2.
Change your dice. Change those dice.
I don't even try.
Let's try this one.
I do pick up my sword still.
Now our low roller for the entire campaign, which is going to be 1, 2.
Yeah. So what, 3 or 4 nat ones today.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Just
For
don't
those
tell
who
us.
roll really high, you remember an old saying like, "Oh yeah, there's something about how certain." It's a little bit like what you've heard that mushrooms are sometimes in connection with other mushrooms. Sometimes spider webs can be used as well, so it can work as a warning if you touch the net.
I'd relay that.
Oh.
So,
Ding,
Okay.
ding, ding.
Just rang the doorbell. Well,
Mhm.
I pick up my swords and okay. So, just to be clear, you say giant spiders. Are we talking giant, or just very big spiders?
Imagine a spider the size of a cow. Or a cow with 8 legs.
You're not laughing.
No,
A cow with 8 legs.
a cow with 8 legs.
Atrocity is that.
a spider that big?
A cow
Even
that big.
possible?
Oh, a cat. We're looking for a cow.
The
No,
cow's
That's
not
what Caitlin
bigger.
just said.
The cow isn't bigger, it just has 8 legs.
No.
Wait a minute.
A tiny
Are you
one.
making a size comparison, or are we looking for actual?
What's a
We're not
cow?
looking for cows with 8 legs. We're making
Why?
a size comparison.
Just let's not touch the web.
I am now worried about everything. I just stand there with my swords just slowly spinning in a circle, just looking at the forest. So where do
Yeah,
we
you
go
have a
from here?
feeling that any time now, like a whole swarm of cows this size but with 8 legs are gonna attack you. You are convinced it's gonna haunt you for quite some time.
The rest of my life.
We probably shouldn't milk it.
Take the inspirational way.
Nice.
Boom, boom.
Horrible.
Yeah, that was so bad.
So, Kingsman, Kara,
Hmm.
any ideas?
Well,
You
we have to
what?
go. We have to go further in to rescue these people. Just don't touch the webs.
Right.
And with that, I'm going to step off the path and hide. So I'm going to use my Mask of the Wild ability to disappear into the forest. It's a 19 on the
Yeah.
dice.
Oh god.
You blend with the surrounding. Killian just disappeared.
No, not again.
It'll be all right.
He keeps doing that. Remember what happened
Kingsman.
last time?
You know that guy we met earlier, Ian? Is that who Killian is after?
No.
Interesting.
Should we start following?
Yeah.
Flinny, do you want to scout ahead?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I make an attempt to move ahead of the group and look out for cows or spiders of any size, because I'm thoroughly confused about these.
And rabbits.
And webs.
And webs.
Yes.
I'm just going to move along with the...
Are you going to roll a stealth then? Are you going to move quietly?
Yep,
Yes.
I'll sneak to the best of my ability. And that is not terrible. It's 19 altogether.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. That's very good. Okay, you move along, and Flinny, you are very, very quiet and sort of you avoid the webs. You find several of these. Now when you know what to look for, it's not entirely hard to avoid them, especially if you're not running full speed into the traps. But you do see more of these nets, and as you continue, the nature here is definitely changing. It becomes it's more foul. It smells bad. More of the trees are dying, and it's not just like it's autumn and they are loose. The leaves are falling down. It's more like they're actually dying. Like big branches are falling down. You walk past a dead deer that is half decomposed. It smells really, really bad, and everything is changing as well. Like the night is just getting more dark and grey here, and you have more spider webs as well.
Would I know?
You know that something's really, really wrong here, and you have a feeling that eticaps are involved.
Yeah. I would point that out and quietly whisper to Kara and Kingsman, like, the veil between things, places can be so thin. Where I'm from, it's easy for influences to change the world. The forest that we came from is influenced in some way. And right now we are crossing another threshold, I think. But I can't be sure.
So magic?
No. Reality.
So we're entering another reality?
Kind of, but would I know? Ian knows what this is, and I know that Vix has some knowledge of what this is, but like, would I know exactly what area or which plane this is?
You can roll something for it. History, maybe?
That's not good. Oh, I get a +2 to that. That's 6.
Ow.
Vix, what
Something
you're
odd is
saying
going
is
on.
The place we came from was influenced in a positive way, and this is influenced in a negative way. Is that right?
Yes, you can see that, right? It's the
I
same,
can
but it's
see
not.
the death and decay around us. Yeah.
Right.
It stinks.
Try to breathe through your mouth, not your nose.
Yeah, sorry, it whistles. My apologies. Still
So
tasty.
what do we? What do you think would be affecting this?
I genuinely don't know. Without talking to people much smarter than I or much older than I, much older, and he sort of smiles and like his eyes drift off.
Avin said that there was someone here.
I'm just a child lost in the woods here. That's I just recognize the similarities for home. The walls are thin between these places. We are walking, I think, from one to the other, but I couldn't be sure as to where or how it affects as my magic still feels fine. It feels normal, but you can see the forest looks different. Whenever we're going here, it feels bad.
Then let's put a stop to it.
I agree. Rapier's still out. With Vix being, I've never seen Vix this serious before, and that worries me.
Vix serious.
So,
I can't decide if we're going to throw up or not.
That deserves inspiration now.
I think so too.
Can I have inspiration?
Oh, dear Lord.
Are you writing down bonus experience points now?
Yes.
Yep.
Always. Always.
But as negative numbers.
No.
I will notch an arrow as well.
Yes.
So I'm just walking on, and I will be cautious.
Yes.
And it's like watching every step, watching everywhere we go, making sure if we're going to go between those sets of trees or those sets of trees, every step, slow calculating.
Sounding like a police song now.
Every step,
Slow down.
I'll be watching you.
Sometimes at inappropriate moments.
Oh.
See, then that doesn't get inspiration. Come on.
Can't get the bonus XP for everything, but all right, that one was pretty good.
Tove, may I reach out and cast Divine Sense? See if I sense anything?
Yes, you can, sure.
When I cast it, do I have to roll for that, or just...
I don't know.
It says that as an action, you can detect good or evil.
Yes. Then... Oh, yeah, it's a paladin ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This area is very off. It doesn't give the right feeling to it. It's definitely been corrupted in a way. There are evil creatures abound, and they are having an impact on the area. That's what you can feel. Eric, you sneak ahead of the group, so I'm going to place you 30 feet ahead, and you reach a clearing where you see, and the others will see this in a little while. It's more webs here, and there is a sort of like a dead tree with just a sort of trunk left, really. It's quite large. And you see this hideous creature climbing along the spider webs that they're made, which is everywhere in this clearing. It's definitely not a cow, but it's not really a spider either. It is a combination of if someone crossed like a half orc with a spider in a way, it's really quite awful. And it's kicking around as well. It's sort of like looking around.
Wrong one.
Oh, look at all the maps.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's what it looks like, but more disgusting. So you can see it has several sets of eyes as well, and these big mandibles that sort of makes
That's a
this
good
little
noise.
crittly noise. But it hasn't seen you. Ta-da! So, yeah.
Right.
But it is on the, and then further away you see another creature, and it's spinning these sort of web, sort of continue to make a new type of trap. It appears.
Right. I stop and I hide from them, not my friends coming behind me.
Right.
And should I roll to hide?
No, you're already hidden. You've been moving sort of. So
Right.
that's
I just turn around slowly and how many creatures did I see?
You saw two.
2. So I sort of wave gently to get the attention of whoever's walking in front or the people behind me. I point over my shoulder and I...
2 vampires. Got it.
2 vampires are definitely over there in the
Oh
front.
no, I knew it was Ettercaps, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I like shake Kingsman at the back. I'm like, there's something from a story. Yeah, the webs. Something I've heard in a tavern, maybe somewhere. Just they're like spiders, but people. They're called Ettercaps.
Ettercaps.
Can they? Do they speak?
I don't know.
But
This
they're
was-
evil.
I don't know.
I sense evil.
I trust you.
Yeah, I trust Kara.
You said they were in your songs, or you've heard through a song.
Yeah. A few weeks ago, somewhere near Winterhold, there was a traveling troupe. I took an interest in. Yeah, they spoke about the cap of the Ettercap, the silk and weave, something I don't remember, but
Must get rid of them.
well, we promised our good lady.
Right.
Right.
I guess we're still walking because we haven't been warned.
Well, no, they said there's 2 vampires up there.
Vampires.
Where's Killian?
You hear a whisper from the forest say, "I'm right here."
Fucking hell. Kingsman, what do you do?
I was waiting for Flinny to walk into the trap, and then I was going to jump out and attack whoever ensnared him, but he seems to have spotted them all on his own, and I don't quite know what to do now.
That's a smart plan.
Yeah, the others are just standing there. You have no idea. They're sort of like,
I'm being clear as mud here. Just they're just standing there.
I can creep round to the second one that he seems to be indicating there is. Maybe I'll take that one on, and we can work from the back forwards. I don't know. What are you thinking, Kingsman?
I can hit them from here, so pick a target. Let's work our way through.
Well, you
We
pick a target.
take one down.
Right, so concentrate on what? The one at the back or the first one? The one at the back is distracted.
I say we take out the closest one to us.
Okay. Then I'll
you need
up
to
into
move
position.
forward to actually get a visual of what Flinny is pointing at.
But we've
and
been
if you-
warned, so we can try and do a stealth.
Yeah, I was going to say, in that case, you can make a stealth check.
Do you want me to make another stealth check?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna make a stealth check. I'm at a disadvantage.
9.
Oh, plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
Clank,
19.
clank.
No,
20, right?
no,
No, that's a nat one.
not again.
I'm gonna switch dice. Switch dice.
Wait,
Will Wheaton!
Yes,
Slow down.
the curse is in effect.
So, no surprise round. Am I? Clank, clank, clank. All right, let's roll
Sorry.
initiative.
Through like
Oh
a
my
shirt.
goodness.
I'm sorry.
Let's go to Alba and roll initiative.
23.
See
Fucking
how
do
that
it.
works.
Oh, which one do I roll? That's the one with the big dice. Oh, it's cocked.
Remember, for those of you playing, you can put your number directly into your initiative tracker.
Oh.
You gotta click on the cross swords.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
There you go.
Not great.
Oh, it's mine.
I'm not allowed to join Owlbear.
Yeah, mine's doing the same. It's asking me
Yeah.
to.
But
join.
I can see it from over here. So if someone can just guide my eticaps, that's fine.
Oops.
There you go.
Okay.
One of you's in. Okay, where would you like the etiquette?
Yeah, we'll just do it from exactly. We're gonna have one over there, and then it's gonna be one up in the tree a little bit further up. Yeah, about that. That's the one that is spinning the web, and the other one is sort of patrolling. Yeah, and you can come in from the south. That makes sense.
Okay. Maybe try to get partial cover.
Yeah.
Can everyone
And
else move
the
their tokens okay?
Yes.
Yes.
There
Here we go.
Wee.
Toby,
Yeah.
can I be here and can I have? Oh, hang on, that wouldn't make sense because I saw the etiquette, so I would be somewhere.
I think
I'm
you would
thinking-
be more over. You could have been exactly where Kingsman is, hiding
Can I be
sort of
next to it?
next to him. Yeah. All right. We have the little stealth group going on here. Brave Sir Robin.
It's very
bravely
crowded here
ran
behind
away.
Behind this very small rock.
Tove, what was the initiative? What was the initiative
16 for the etiquette.
Okay, there we go.
Yes. And then as you get closer now, you notice that one of them is wounded. So the one that is spinning the web up in the tree has this sort of it's kind of limping a little bit, like it has a damage, like cracked ribs or something on its say. But it does sort of do this little weird noises that it gets all excited and it attacks. But Kingsman, you are first.
I've already got an arrow knocked, so from sort of partial cover, I will roll to hit.
Mm-hmm.
This is I got a natural 19 plus 8. That will do plenty of damage.
Yeah.
And I've got 8, 19. That's 12 points of damage.
That's good.
Against the wounded or the
Against
the
Etiquette A, the one who's just kind of hanging around.
Exactly. Brilliant. Do you want to do something else?
Lily, Vix, go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Then it is Flinny.
It is I. Okay, so how far are we? That's 10. Is it like 35 or 40 feet away? Roughly.
10, 20, 30, 40. 52, I would say, because you don't count it diagonally. You go 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's cheating. We don't do that. That's not how it works. Stop cheating, or they will automatically attack you.
No.
Yes. Stop it.
Uh-oh. Everyone's playing it now.
Stop
Yeah.
playing around with the rulers.
Have you guys found the pen tool yet? That's very fun.
Yeah. Let's draw silly things. So Eric, what do you do?
Right. So I'm going because no one is up there yet. I've learned my lesson from the last combat, I believe. So I'm just gonna rise up, pull 2 daggers, and throw both of them.
Yes. think it's going to be out of your range of throwing.
Yes, this is long range.
But you can try anyway.
Yeah. Plenty of daggers where they came from. So the first one is a natural 20 and a 3, so that one went into the woods. Yeah, but it's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So the second one is even worse.
Okay. Yeah. No, you take 2 daggers and just in one hand, throw them into the forest. That was well done.
Then I use reaction to sort of elbow Vix.
And then it's the Eticaps, and they are gonna move forward, but we can see if they can do something. Yes, web reach 30/60. Excellent. So if we move Eticap A south 30 feet, then it could definitely reach Killian, I think, with the web. So that is AC 21.
Oof. That's a hit.
Yeah, that's a hit, which means that you are now restrained and covered in web.
Okay.
Ooh.
And the other one is also going to move forward. Oh, look! Restrained!
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think I exactly see
here
how
comes-
far it can go. Yeah, and can it reach the others in that case? I think so. Yeah. So it can reach either also 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 is Kingsman, 3, 4 is Flinny, and 5, 6 is Wix. It's gonna be Wix. So it's trying to spurt web on you with a kind of rubbish AC 10.
Miss.
Miss. Let's see if they recharge. Yes and yes. Alright, so that's the Eticaps, and then it's 6.
Yeah, and like this web like shoots out, and like he like just rolls his shoulder back, and his eyes haven't left the one that's coming towards them. He like looks at Kingsman kind of nervously, and at Flinny, who have both like sort of like pointing to him. He's like, yeah, and he just bounds over the rocks.
Parkour.
10. Parkour. 15, 20, 25, and he gets right all up in its grid, and there's this of like really sub-bass tones, and they almost like rumble, and you can feel it in like coming through the ground as bass travels. And he is going to he's going to go for a rapier attack. Okay. Come on. 19 on the dice plus
That is a hit.
4.
Nope.
6 plus 2. As he just like, it's just straight out, and just as Kingsman's been teaching him like about the rapier and how it's like a pointed weapon, and it's, you know, a stabber, and it's about being quick and dexterous. And he actually, what you notice is the way he moves is almost like when he's playing music, and what he's doing is dancing almost. And he's taken what Kingsman has said so far, but he's now applying his own method to it. And he like parries forward, and like almost like with a little kind of like twist and a plie, just kind of like juts forward and like just sticks it to the tip of the rapier. Yeah. And then as a bonus action, staring it dead in the eyes, you just hear this Killian. Killian, you're going to get a bardic inspiration, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Is it D6 or a D4?
It's D6. I'm going to double check that, actually. Yeah, it's D6.
It's a D6. Yeah.
And you watch as like the dust like floats off, and like the wind carries it towards you, and it just like imbues you. That's my go.
You hear the Atticap do this kind of noise. It's not entirely happy about, and it was already wounded, so it's looking quite not entirely pleased. Right. Do you want to do something else? You want to move, or you?
Hold on.
No, you can't because you're in. Never mind. So, well, you. Then it's Kara. Yeah.
Okay. My eyes are gonna glaze over like a fire red. Takes out her sword. Guide me my sword. And then she points it straight to the one diagonal from her and starts to run. Wrong screen to move. Okay, here we go. Wait. Wrong tool. Oh my gosh.
You just pick it up and move it.
Yes, I was using the wrong tool though.
Yeah, I did that before. It's like stupid ruler, go away.
All right, here we go. Okay, different dice. Third one.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know it has a 0 on it, so
It's not 10.
that is
Oh,
a
they could
16.
hit. That's a hit. AC
Yes.
16 is a hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. What is
They're big
my...
and clumsy.
Okay, let's see. That, not great. 6.
Mhm.
6 points.
Yeah, you slash it across the body and it makes a kind of unhappy noise about it. Yeah. And then it's you, Killian, and you are restrained.
Okay. So rage fills me as I'm like just the of being covered in webs.
The web
So
on your
I just try and burst out as much as I can. So mechanically, is it a saving throw or an athletics check to break?
It's a strength check to get free.
Okay, so I have advantage because I'm raging, and I'm going to add the d6 from the bardic inspiration as well.
Nice.
So that is 15.
Yes, you burst free from this stupid web that's just annoying and kind of sticky as well. So yeah, that's what you use your full action for. Do you want to do something else?
Yes, I'd like to move past her. I run up behind Kara using her as cover. I'm going to dodge around in a spinning sort of motion to end up behind Etcap A, please.
Yes.
Nice.
Standing ready with the axe. So get my revenge next turn.
Yeah. Excellent. Then we are back from the top, I think. It's Kingsman, it's you.
I will once again. I see everything that's going on. I've knocked another arrow, and I will shoot.
Yeah,
And that
they are now in
is-
melee, so that will affect what you can hit.
Okay, it's an 18 on the dice.
Yeah, that's a hit anyway.
Okay, and that is 9 damage.
Nice.
Yes. Was that on the number A? Number A. Is that on
I got a
Epicap
5.
A?
Yes, Epicap A.
Yes. Yeah. Just so that I don't.
Let's not gloss over number A.
Number A.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
be
I
mean.
when I said it, I was like, "Hang on, is that really a number? Or is it a letter? I think it's a letter, Toby. It's probably a letter. Yeah, that's,
It's
you're
one
gonna
of my-
replay that in your head for a couple of days now. Thank you, Ian, for rubbing it in. Thank you.
I do
No,
it all
it's
the
fine.
time.
It's fine. Right. Do you want to do something else, Kingsman?
No, I'm happy there.
Then it's Flinny. You're next.
All right, quick correction. I made a mistake last round because I can't actually pull 2 daggers and throw them in the same round. So it's just the
No,
spell
you
that I
can't.
missed.
Can you?
No.
That's
So
very
it's, good thing I missed. So I'm going to use my move, if I may, up to here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my full move.
It is.
And use my free action to draw my small sword and try to ram it into this hideous Etcap thing.
Yes.
And for okay, it's decent. Dirty 20.
Nice.
That is a hit.
Finally. So that is with the sneak attack a total of. Oh, come on. Not Graphic Height is 7.
That is a hit. Make that
7 piercing.
noise. But it's still standing up. Doesn't look entirely super happy though. And then it's the Atticap. And from the dead tree a third Atticap appears.
Okay. New correction. There are 3 of them.
And it is
Right.
the captain 20, 30. It can actually either attack Kara or Killian. So 1, 2, 3, it's gonna be Kara, and 4, 5, 6, it's gonna be Killian. It's gonna be you, Kara.
Okay.
So that one is attacking you. But it's not doing entirely super great. AC 8 is going to be a miss, so you don't have to worry about that. And then we have the other Atticap, which also can choose between, because it's just Atticap A can also choose between you two. It's also attacking you, Kara. And oh wow, they are not on a roll. AC 11.
Nope.
Nope. And then it's the last Atticap, so it's going to be Flinny or Wix. It's going to be Vix.
Do it.
And AC 20.
No.
Wow.
No.
I'm kidding. Of course it is.
What magic is this that I don't know about? Then it makes. Oh yeah, it actually. Yeah, they do have 2 attacks. So yeah, we're gonna double check that. But we'll do first one first. It will bite you, and it is going to be 7 in damage and 3 in poison. So you take 11 in poison damage and have to make a con save DC 11.
Okay. 15 on the dice plus 1. 16.
What? Yeah. No problemo.
Can I use my
And then-
reaction with my Sentinel ability, because it attacked Vix rather than me, to attack it?
Yes.
Awesome. Sentinel's so good.
16,
That's a hit.
but no sneak because I already done that. For a total of 4 piercing damage, but every little helps, right?
Yeah. And then we'll just do, because there are 2 attack. Is that the fire alarm, Eric?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Right. I'm withdrawing from combat.
Yeah. How many hit points do you have before you leave?
Me? I have 20 hit points.
Okay, good. Off you go.
Good looking.
Sort out the house.
Oh no.
We have 8 fire alarms and they are connected to each other. So when one sets off, it takes the entire house. It's ridiculous. It's our daughter. She's making toast.
How dare she?
I'm guessing.
That's
So-
a lot.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
tried.
no. It's just that's what they do when they're teenagers. They make weird food for some reason and burn the kitchen down.
Shocking.
Yeah. Okay, so can we go back to the map again? I'll have a look.
Yep.
I think there were 2 of them
Am I taking a
on
second attack?
Kara. Yeah. So exactly, they're doing the second attack. So the first one, ooh, that's a natural. No, that's ace. That's not a match because it's on disadvantage, but it's going to be. What? Okay. I think we're gonna. Eric said something about turning off the electricity now, but I'm not entirely sure because I have noise cancelling headphones. So if I disappear now.
So Tove, what we could do, this would be a good
Yep.
chance for the cliffhanger.
Yes!
Because either your house is going to burn
Cliffhanger!
down,
Yes!
or
That's
we're going to get killed
brilliant!
by Ethercaps.
Yes! See you next week! Thank you!
Aw.
Oh.